Hello, hello. So, today is going to be a little bit different. Let me just adjust something on my end. Hopefully the music isn't too overpowering. I'll tweak it just a little bit. So, today we're going to be playing Mörk Boll, which is effectively football of some sort, maybe more rugby in the Mörk Boll universe, in a ways. It is actually self-described at the back of the book as the dumbest sports ball game you can play. So I have high hopes for this. Now then, let me just get to the screen. I'm extra announcy today, and a little extra bouncy. So, this game is based on Forbidden Psalm, which is effectively Mörk Boll, but mini-game. There's been a few releases of that, mostly following the mainline, what are they called? I forget the publisher name at times. Done this title this because they like to say them so they don't get sued, but who owns this stuff? I can't pronounce that, but it starts with a cult. Anyways, the Mörk Boll people. So these games are basically little miniature games. They shaved down the rules a little bit and changed things up. And I haven't done much with Forbidden Psalm, besides look at it and get all the books for the collection. But pretty much your standard. You have minis. You make yourself a little squad, and then you're supposed to go through a bunch of scenarios that can be against other people, or they have set up ones like, hey, you have to loot these corpses in the field as things try and come and get you. That sort of thing. They've also released the cyborg version of it, and there's a Space Marine version, and I think there's kind of a post-apocalyptic version that's coming out. It might be missing one or two, because like Mörk Boll, there is a million of them. But this one's a very silly one. So with that, let's get into it. So, I'm going to have a heck of a time, but as the rules say, for solo, which comes from an expansion PDF, which I can't get an actual zine of, which will continue to annoy me. But anyways, legendary Dawn Blight United. Now, let me see where it says that. Dawn Blight United is made up of 5 team members and a mascot. The team is controlled by Mad Necromancer Zerpiv. As an undead team, each team member has terrible statistics and 8 HP and 5 movement. They carry no weapons, but they get to have their claws. And, their mascot is a skull, which is Scully up here. He can't move. He doesn't do anything. Otherwise, on the team, we have Alabaster, Bones, Cadaver, Dredge, Eggshell, and Scully is up there. They all have 8 HP, so I should probably put that in there real quick. And just copy paste that. If the mascot ever gets hit, it'll come up, but oops, that's the mascot. So we have that. So let's go a little bit through the basic rules, but this is the pitch. I'm going up against Necromancer. I will be rolling up our character shortly, and when I say rolling, I don't really mean it, because this is assigned stats, which is a little bit strange. I will be rolling up flaws and names, though, so that'll give me something to work with. Actually, let me read the intro text of it. In the standard Mörk Boll, a million different fonts that are almost unreadable. In the fields outside of Hogshead Inn, the teams of Mörk Boll League gather today to play the world's bloodiest and most beautiful game. They come for the fame, the bloodshed, the gold on offer, and so much more. Mörk Boll is a sport of wit, cunning, brutality, and blood played by those mad, desperate, or hungry enough. Let the games begin. So, for the most part, it follows Mörk Borg's standard of D20 rolls, trying to beat a DR of 12. This game can be used as doing everything in inches, or by doing everything in squares, kind of like Blood Bowl. Anyway, let's start off by going through this. With team name, which is a D50, which I don't have the dice for out at the moment because I did not think far enough. Let me grab the bag. Which is to say a D10 and half it. 40. Our team is... I actually can't read that. Oh, it's two initials. I'm not quite happy with that one. Let me just roll again. It's FC. Okay. Dead Saint. Oh. Now where's it? The Dead Saint. 53 have it, so 20. The Dead Saint City. Okay, that will be our team. We'll put that down here. And I'll erase that. I can't spell. Okay, after that, we go on to... Oh, that's the wrong one. Okay. Assign each model and name and number. Pick a star bowler. Allocate stats. Roll a flaw for each model. Roll a feat for each model. Pick a mascot. Spend your starting 30 gold on equipment. So let's go through and get our 5 players, because that's how many we're going to have. Technically, you can get more and have them in reserve, but that won't be happening. D100 twice, and we get our player name. So 55. Our first player is Left Hand Erica. $67. Left Hand Erica 666. How much? Okay, I got enough for that. Yeah, you're going all the way over. Actually, let's font size you down just to like about 60. We need a little room to put the stats in. Okay, so once we have that, putting up the layer for here. And I think we got our number. So, how to model this. Well, left hand, so we got to have her left hand up. So we're going to have on the right side the actual shoulder pad. Not having any of that proper armor. Dynamic poses, 5 seconds of it. And the hand up. And a little bit of hair. There we go. Perfect enough. Left-hand Erica. Now for the second one. We might be changing in a minute depending on what sort of strange feats we get, because if we get... I don't know if you can come in missing limbs, but it'd be funny if left-hand Erica, you know, comes in without anything. Without a left hand. Okay, 39. Eater of Faces. 45. Eater. I guess you're just Eater of Faces. Okay, let's get back to this note layer. Put this back at 24. Okay, we'll get to, I think, numbers on the next page. Yes, you roll your number so that you can roll. Okay, this is a D50. So 53. Oh wait, no, 3. Reading that wrong. 66. So, next to left-hand Erica, we will move them into something I think later that'll work. Get this. And I think this guy calls for a mask. Standard. Actually, if we're doing Mörk Boll's standard scheme, that should be pink. Move you a little up. He's up against the team he doesn't want to be up against this time because, you know, skeletons, they don't have a lot of faces. But he's still making a showing. Okay, there's our Eater of Faces. Now on to our next one. What does the random table give us? $28. Smith. Okay, that's the same name. What makes it weird? Pink Smith. Okay, we'll go with that. Get onto the notes layer. And for fun. Okay, and his number is going to be 20. What's on 24? So yes, there is rolling for a table that gives you a number. The irony of this is not lost on me. 24 is 4. Okay. So Eater of Face, then we have Pink Smith. Who is, you know, going to be pink, though I may want to outline some of it. Oops. There we go. Let's inline that with this. Good enough. Do a bit of emo haircut. And let's follow the color scheme. You know what? Let's actually go a little all out on this. Okay. Pink Smith, welcome to the team. Don't die. So 37 for the next name is Red. 46. Red Skull. Okay, I think we know how this guy's going to work. Oh, make sure I'm in the right layer. Oop. We won't ask his political opinions. Okay. We're just here to bowl. 5 gives us 8. And I know that isn't like just, this isn't a Caesar cipher. This this page has numbers like catch 22, XX, 3.14, a bunch of zeros, and other such things. Or 25%. Because it is very silly. Okay, Red Skull. Probably has an affinity for the other team, to be honest. Okay, let's just make this a skull. Just take 5 seconds on it. Okay, let's just make this leg a bit more dynamic. Taking all the time on this. Yep, all the time. Red Skull have... Okay, there we go. And now we need the final one, and then we roll up a mascot. So this is 10, gives us the name of 7, and 42, or no, actually 92, sorry. This isn't a 50. 7 Skillet. We got ourselves a chef. Nope. We want this one. 7 Skillet. Okay, over here we had our last real team member. Oh ho! He has a fancy cook hat. He says everything is undercooked. If I can give him a club, I will. Okay. He has the cloudiest of feet, but it won't matter because he might not even live through this. And let's give him an apron. Okay, 7 Skillet. And what number are you? 86 gives us There. Oh yeah, this is a D50. 86 gives us 38. Or 36. So 16. Okay. Now that we have that, we have to turn one of ours into a superstar baller. I believe that's next up. Pick a star baller. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me get a D8 and hope I don't roll. Actually, it says pick. Teams can select one bowler at creation and pay no cost for starting equipment listed below. If the bowler ever dies, their team can recruit a new one for free. Star ballers do not give up their starting equipment to other ballers unless they die. Nor can they be sold unless they die. They should be assigned to other equipment. Starting ballers, roll for flaws, feet as normal. This counts towards limit. Okay, so we have Wizard, Wizard Apprentice, Rainer. All stats are set to +2, but they suffer -3 to all ball attempts. Batman. Though playing the wrong sport, they come with a free bat and medium armor. They can use their bat to hit the ball up to 9 squares. You know, I'm going with Batsman, but I'm making it be Friesman, and he is going to be... He's going to get a skillet. I am happy. Okay, now let's see. Let me look up any additional rules on that. Whoops. They don't say any stat things. Women are listed. Okay. So we got our bowler. We allocate stats. And to allocation of stats. So we get 2 arrays. +3, +1, 0, -3. Or +2, +2, -1, -2. And these stats are pretty much the usual: agility, presence, strength, and toughness. So I'm going to just denote it on the sheet. If I can find it again. There we go. Over here, whoops, let's actually get back to black. A, P, S, T, all the way over here. Now then, so he's coming in with a medium club and medium armor. So I think he's going to need as much toughness as possible. So, +3 toughness, +1 strength, -1 or -3 presence, because he isn't going to be knocking stuff around. Though the morale may kill me. So, -0, -3, 2, 3. We'll just have to remember he has medium armor on. M. Armor. You know what? I could give myself more space. I don't need to be confined to this. Canvas size. Plus 256. Look at all the room for activities. Okay. And let's just expand this. Med armor. bat, skillet. Okay. So, I should probably figure out the rest. We need to have somebody who can actually move around the ball. So I think it's going to be left-hand Erica. So that means presence and agility. Strength could probably be 0. And toughness can take a -3. So agility 3. Or agility 2, presence 3. Strength 0, toughness -3. Eater of Faces. What position do we want to have him be? I think I might be going with the generic, with the +2 stat line, but what does he want to be bad at? Agility is for throwing and movement. I guess we could take agility. He could be a general. He gets up at everybody's faces. So 2 or -2, 2, 2, 2. So he's kind of our guard. He goes around and just like gets everybody's faces. Now these two guys, I think they need to have agility to catch the ball and to get out in the field and pick it up. But Red Skull, I'm probably going to have strength. Pink Smith could probably be tough. No. We don't, I think we'll take presence on both of them and they'll just be kind of out there in the field trying to get stuff. So 2, -2, 2, 2. I think that's our stat line. Now derive HP. HP equals 8 plus toughness. So Erica has put it in red. 5 HP. 10. 10. 10. And he has 11. Put that right there. We'll change up things later. Anyways, back to it. Between rounds, we roll Apothecary to see if people get back up. Alright, flaws is a D12, because of course it is. Where's my D12? Oh, they split these weird, because it's a... Okay. 4. Easily distracted. Other models can leave engagement with this model by passing a DC DR. Okay, so it's good on here. I may not have enough room. Okay. Roll flaw for the Eater of Faces. Please let it be involving eating of faces. 6. Afraid of authority. -3 all rolls versus the referee. That's funny. Okay, let's try this at like 14. Yeah, that works. Okay, Pink Smith, what's your flaw? Pink Smith is 2. Into the stance, -3 to kicking the bowl. Wasn't going to be using that anyways. Red Skull. Ambrophobia? If it is rating, the model must make a morale check. On a failure, they leave the game and are replaced by a random idiot. Okay, what is our local cook? Our local cook has a 2. I think we just rolled that. Into the stands. Okay. Now, kicking is actually useful in this game because you can either pass the ball, kick the ball, or whatever. Okay, let's see what our feature is for, hopefully, our actual thrower and kicker of the game. So, roll to 5. Off the line. Once per game, an opponent team is about to score. Their model so this mean can place herself next to the scoring player and make a strip ball attempt. This opposing score. So it just teleports and stops it. Okay. Okay, that's very interesting. Okay, let's put that below it. 5. Whoops, that's the wrong button. 5. I just rolled that. It's also off the line. Interesting. 2. Target man. Other models gain plus... Oh, wait, no, that's the right thing. Other models gain +3 throwing... +3 to throwing or kicking a ball next to this model. Okay. Red Skull? Don't have a favorite enemy, please. Okay, 10. Weatherman. Ignores the effect of weathers and conditions. So wait. How would rules of operations go? Well, it's not an effect. It's his feet that's doing that. Or his flaw that's doing that. Okay, shops. So we have, Out of the back of Hog's Head, the owner Erst runs a truck shop with all the gear teams could ever need. Between games, weapons, items, armor can be purchased list price, blah 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 blah. Each bowler has equipment slots equal to their strength plus 5. Weapon, items, armor, and ammo take up 1 equipment slot unless stated. Weapons come fully loaded. Bandages, cures bleeding state. Extra ball makes models can announce they are using their extra ball at the start of activation. If they do so, the extra ball becomes valid and can be used during play. Counts as a standard issue bowl. Well, I have 30. After drinking, I'll pass world. So I have 30 gold. Okay, first off, I'm buying whiskey. Let's see. Let me see. Do I come with anything for free? Let me read up on the rules. Oh, pick a mascot. We have to pick a mascot. Sorry, let's do that next. Because I'm going to just give the one guy whiskey. Okay. Scrolls. Calamities. Mascot. The Angry Goat. The Mangy Cat. Okay, let me... Each team can select a mascot at creation. If the mascot is killed, they can be replaced for free between games. Mascots cannot be selected as a player of the match. Mascots do not make apothecary tests. Mascots cannot score unless otherwise stated. However, if a mascot dows an opponent model, the opponent loses 1 point. If for any reason, at the start of a game, play or half, a team is missing a player, their mascot can play, replacing their missing team instead of a random idiot. Mascots cannot cannot take the intercept, catch, or feint reaction unless stated. Mascots can carry equipment. So we have the Angry Goat. Can make a ram attack. Angry goat enters the square of a ball and eats the ball. Mangy cat never issued a red or yellow card. The goodest doggo, which will go around and like near the bowl. Person in a badly fitting costume. Baby Kath Pug, which cannot die. A sentient dagger, can make attacks as a dagger. Baby Basilisk, which does what a basilisk would do. A pile of poop. I think I'm going to go with the mangy cat. This will really only come up if, you know, somebody dies at halftime, before halftime. So we'll just, whoops, that should probably be the bigger 24 size. So we have a cat. A cat Scott. All right. So they start with their mascot in the end zone. I'll have to double check on rules with it. Maybe I get to put a cat in the end zone and it scratches anybody that comes near it, which will be funny, but that will be later. So we got that, and now we're on our spending stuff. Let's go back up and just take a look at what the spending step is. How to create a team, assign, allocate set, roll flaws, roll feats, pick mascot, spend your starting... okay, so it's completely spent on there. We just get free stuff from our star baller, which is a bat guy using a frying pan. Because it has a 1d4 for items, which is why I want to check on that. Yeah, okay, it's just listed price. I guess maybe if you get a random item or random weapon, you kind of do that. Okay, so first off, whiskey after drinking auto-pass morale test for the remainder of the game, combined with bandages to create a Molotov. But we're just buying whiskey so that our Red Skull doesn't run away if it rains. And maybe if he needs to do some things. In fact... because there seems to be no bad side effect. Let's give whiskey to our other guy. And Eater of Faces can get whiskey. So we're down 6. Now, I think our guys that are going into combat need some armor. Light armor is 1 gold, medium armor is 10 gold, and the armor value is 1, 2, and 3, respectively. So, we take a look. Do we want authorized weapons or unauthorized weapons? One second. Sorry. Take a look at this. I don't think I will be going with the good weapons because they're expensive and also red cards everywhere. Brass knuckles are 3 and they're D4. While regular fists are just 1 damage. Makeshift one-handed weapon is free, and the staff is... Eater of Faces can get a club, which is 3, and on a crit, which is a D6, and on a crit causes daze, which you know is probably pretty good. So we're at minus 10. So let's give Eater of Faces medium armor, and I'll update his little sprite in a bit. Med armor. and try to give some light armor to everyone because they're going to be taking hits. I took a bit at the look at the solo stuff. They're going to be taking hits. So I'm down to 10. Light armor. Light armor. Light armor. Don't know if bandages are going to come up, but I have enough room so everybody gets bandages. Okay, so we have a really combat-focused heavy team. As to be expected. Okay. Anything else we need to do? As I scroll back up to the top of this PDF, I actually have the physical book. I can't get the physical book of the other stuff. Okay, I think that's all it is. So moving on to next thing. We don't have any scrolls going on. Calamities aren't going on. Mascot, we already took our mascot. Everything's a D12, yada yada. Opposed rolls do happen. Basically, pass and highest. Or greater level of success. Okay, we have engagement rules, which is to say, let's actually get back in here, take a look at my screen. So, this is not engaged. This is engaged, which means that they have to make a test to get out of there. It's a free action, so they can do as many times as they want. Oh, at the start of its activation. Okay, so not at any time. So, if they start here, and they're running the ball all the way down here, this does not count as engagement. However, if they're starting here, this counts as engagement, and they have to break engagement. Okay. Actually, I need to give him some armor. 1 second. He has medium armor, so, you know, that means, like, spiky shoulder pad. Clearly that's medium armor. Everyone else is wearing the jumps. I wanted to give him a tie, but I guess not. Okay. Anyways, back to the rules. So, movement, 5 plus agility, so all these skeletons are moving at 5 because they have no stats. Everyone else is kind of moving around a lot, or less, depending. Then we have a bunch of actions. Picking up the ball is free, which I found is interesting. Throwing the ball is free. So is kicking the ball. So that's going to be interesting. Handing off the ball is free. If you're right next to another model, you hand it off. So otherwise, it's pretty much you got your basic, tackles is an interesting thing. Or picking up items off of downed members or adjacent members or bottles. Anyways. Use a scroll to cast a spell and likely die. And you can also remove heads, which may be very important in a minute. Anyways, so the one thing that is sort of interesting in this is that there is opposed things, which doesn't happen in Mörk Boll, because Mörk Boll is always player facing, so the players always make rolls, and the DM just says, make 12, make 14, whatever. In this, since it is, well, Blood Bowl, and I'm pretty sure that the other Forbidden Psalms do this as well, is that there are reactions to stuff. Like, you make an attack, and the other person has the choice of dodging the attack or making an attack back. Let me actually take a look at the one, because I'm taking a look at tackle, strip ball, make an attack. There it is, combat. So a model being attacked can make a dodge reaction, can make an attack reaction, or make a feint reaction. And I guess that means pretty much it's basically a counter attack that happens. Feint attack is interesting in that you strip the ball from them. Or a feint action. If the feint... Yeah. Then the active models, it takes away their ball. And feint, I'm pretty sure, is just a reaction. Otherwise, you're using the strip ball thing. But, yeah. Interesting little thing going on. So let's anyways continue. Combat. Ranged attacks, we'll get there when we get there. Morale is going to be interesting. So, morale happens when they are critically hit, they strike the downed enemy, which is kind of weird, or they remove someone's head to make a morale check, which is weird, and it comes up because there's a specific ball that can come into play for this. So, continue. Order of play. Set up the pitch. Check optional rules for different pitch types. Let's take a look at that. I'm not going to do it, but I would be remiss if I didn't actually mention the other pitches. I know in the expansion book they talk about the ones they have there, which includes a volleyball net, football one, which where nobody wins that game, but everybody takes an injury. This football, or American football, is not a real sport. I forgot what the football one was. Anyways, 57. Pitches. So you have disused dungeon. Instead of playing on a normal pitch, players can play on dungeon tiles. Players take turns in connecting the tiles until 12 have been placed. Players should mark down doors, walls, and that. So you play basically in a dungeon, which is kind of funny. Hollow pitch. Pitch played in VR, and all dead models return to the team at the end of the game. Haha, funny. Old battlefield. At the start of the game, players should take turns to place 6 markers on to represent unexploded bombs. A model gets in one square of these. They must make a agility test, or they take d6 damage to all models within 6 squares. Graveyard. At the start of the game, players should take turns to place 2 open graves each. Open graves take up 2 by 1 squares that are next to each other. Open graves can be searched by passing an action. A present test within 1 square to find a random weapon from the page. 15. I guess that's why they have numbers to roll. Models can move over an open grave by passing an agility check. On a failure, they land in the grave and their turn movement ends. I could use that and it'd be really funny because I am playing against a necromancer, but let's just move things along. So, no pitch rules. I just think let's not make it that complicated for today. I'm already doing too much. Oh, I passed setup. Where are you? Probably too far. Yep, I'm too far back. Okay. So, we're not doing anything special for the pitch. Decide who goes first. The player character, i.e. us, go first. We roll weather condition. Page 42. This is page 34, at least by this PDF. Okay, that's 2d6. 9. Crowd participation. 2 random weapons are thrown into no man's land. Each player places 1 marker to represent the weapon that can be picked up. Okay. So what's the first weapon? Go back to the shop. Almost at the shop. There we are. Okay, so that's a D20. So we have a flail and a rapier. Flail. Right here. And the necromancer doesn't care, as the skeletons don't use them. Here. Oh, we'll put right here. If I really want to, I can walk up and grab it. Now then. 36. Roll for bold type. This is where it's going to get interesting. 5. Heavy Bowl. This ball inflicts a -3 modifier to all kick and attempts. So let's mark down. Whoops, we should go in here. Heavy Bowl. -3 kick/pass. So we're playing normal football, American football. And speaking of that, I should probably also put a ball token. Let's whoops. There we go. They do look vaguely American football-ish or rugby-ish. Either way, this thing is filled like lead shot or something. We'll get to that later. And it just should probably be a layer up or above everybody in the hierarchy so we can track it. We'll get to what we do with that in a bit. So anyway, back to the setup page. Roll and place the referee. At the start of the game. During the game, players should roll to see which referee they get. After all models have activated, the referee is activated. Referees count as NPCs. Models are only engaged by hostile refs. Refs make all tests at D12 with no modifiers unless specified. This includes if they are attacked or targeted by any spells. Referees are not replaced when killed. And then they have a little logic map. Okay, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5, 6. Okay. 3. Our ref is the angriest ref. He comes with a great axe. So these are NPC profiles. So they're a little different. They don't have all the stats because they don't do all the things. Ref. The angriest ref. Put that over here. 15 HP. $12 morale. There's an E on there. Great axe, heavy armor. So I should probably put him on there. Angriest ref. And he's basically a barbarian. So first, let's give him his shirt. I don't think black and white would fit with this, so he gets to go with black and red. It was white at one point, he just never washes it. And let's give him a axe. Red eyes. He is the angriest ref after all. And this will come more into play in a bit, but the angriest ref is the angriest ref. Red card. When the angriest ref issues a red card, it treats all models as hostile until any and all models with red cards leave the pitch or are downed. Instead of moving towards the ball, the angriest ref moves towards the nearest model. When adjacent to a model, they make an attack using their great axe. This attack can be opposed. So once a red card goes out, that means that basically he becomes the angriest ref, and he will do D10 damage to everyone until the person with the red card goes down. We didn't roll 3 goblins in a trench coat, sadly. Okay. And on that note, I should go to... Where is it? Nope, not there. There's a chart for what qualifies as yellow card, what qualifies as red card. I was at it. Look up yellow. Foul play, here we are. When a team member commits a foul, check if the referee is within 12 squares. If not, the foul goes unnoticed. If the referee is within 12 squares, for a first foul, they issue a yellow card to the fouling model. If a second offense, they issue a red card. Some fouls are so bad they skip the yellow card. Each referee has a different action when issuing a red card. Cards are spent when a model is downed or dead. So when they fall over, yeah, they get the card removed. So technically, if you have somebody who gets a yellow card in the first match and you can get them to get down without killing them, you can probably get back up the next round. Anyway, attacking with an unauthorized weapon. Attacking a downed, prone, or dead model. Using a scroll. Score with an unauthorized ball. Those all give you yellow cards. Red card offenses. Remove a downed or dead player's head. Attack a referee. Referee issues a red card straight away and treats that model as hostile. Which we don't want to do with the angriest ref because he will murder us. Because he is the angriest ref. Okay, we have all that figured out. Let me just go back. Just a review of each round. Players take it in turns, activating a single model, including downed and dead models, starting with the receiving player. Action, active NPCs, activate NPCs in play, and then check weather and conditions. What do we roll for weather? I don't think we rolled weather. Yeah, I didn't roll weather. Okay. 42. Let me roll weather. Oh, no, I did roll weather. That was crowd participation where they threw some weapons in. Okay, anyway, back to this. Boo, 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 boo. If a team scores, see scoring plays on page 50. If 5 rounds have passed, see halftime. Page 50. If 10 rounds have passed, see end of game. So basically, everybody moves, then it's the next round. 5 rounds, switch sides. Who goes first? There is rules for that. When playing solo, you always go first. When you pass play, activate one of Dawnbringer's... So are they receiving first, or are we receiving first? Let's read more on this. Players flip a coin. If you have no coin, you should play. Player who receives the ball places all their models on the pitch. First, models must be placed in the open zone, not no man's land. Your player. The second half switches. Turn order switch, and the player who kicked the ball in the first half receives. If you have no coin, da-da-da. Okay, so we get to just choose if we want to kick or receive the ball. I think we want to receive the ball. Making tests. Yep. The game of Mörk Boll is played. The beautiful game. Okay, I'm trying to read this, but it's a really, really interesting font. Divided in 2 halves. If a team scores during a half, the game is stopped and the teams are reset at the same as the start of the game. Kickoff. The kicking player must pick one model, perform a kick. The ball action. The target square must be in the opponent's half of the field and not no man's land. They must make a stream cast. If the ball scatters in no man's land, the play goes on. Plays 1 to 5 rounds. If a team scores, the current play ends. Players should reset. Halftime. 5 rounds. 10 rounds. How to win. The team with the most points at the end of 10 rounds wins. To score a point, a team must do one of the following. Have a model carrying the ball into the scoring zone of their opponent's half. This ends the current play. Make the most falls. Draws don't count for either player. Kill a referee or mascot. Players can have negative points. Player lose points if the referee or mascot down or kills one of their models. Excuse me for a second. I need to take a drink. I'll be right back. Okay, should be back. I am back. Oh, nope, that's not the wrong thing. I should really take those off at some point. Anyways, where was I? So yes, the basic thing, get ball to the other side or get the most falls. I can kind of cheese this by having falls, because the other team will not cause falls. They just don't. So if I get one foul, I get 1 point at end of game. I can also kill their mascot because they're fielding it, so I can run up there and kill him. So that's 2 points on the table for me. Otherwise, play bull. Okay, the pitch. We got our heavy ball. When a ball is returned to the fielder, assign a value to the square. So we roll D8 and then we do a little bit of scatter. Out of play. If a ball goes out of play, the player who did not cause it to go out, i.e. the one who did not throw it, picks a spot on the pitch and scatter ball. Hit this cause ball. If there are no balls, get creative. Okay. Foul play. I think we are ready to go. So, oops, I closed this down. So I think the angriest ref being up there is fine. I am now going to place my guys. So... I'm going to make the logical assumption they're going to try to put the ball back as far as possible. So my main line is pretty much going to screen. But this is also the heaviest ball. So I'm going to have him back here so that they can hand off to each other and get that ball across the field. Otherwise, we'll flank like this. And maybe he can pick up the flail for a free... Oops. Yeah. I'm going to have him go and pick up the flail. I think that's the flail. That's the flail. And have that as an option for getting a free foul. So that we can guarantee 1 point. Okay. Now back to this. Okay. When playing solo, you always go first. When you pass play, activate one of the follow the flow chart. After play, they always pass apothecary tests. They never commit falls. They always make the following reactions. Don't have where they're kicking it to. So, as I said, I'm going to say they put it back as far as possible. They want to put it back like right here. So, let's make the roll. All their models are the same, so it does not make a difference of what they do. So, let me get to the kicking rules. Actually, does it always scatter on a kick? Let me look at the scattering rules just to make sure that it always... The ball scatter. Whenever a ball is returned to the field or a baller fails to kick or throw it, it scatters it. Okay, I was just going to say in the back, and let's take a look at this. It's going to be a D12. Actually, it's going to be D15 because this thing is a heavy ball. Pick up item, free action. Oh, pick up an item is not a free action? I thought it was a free action. Picking up the ball is a free action. Picking up an item is a full action. That's fine to me. Throw the ball. Tackle. Where's kick? Okay, throw or kick. Any direction up to 6 squares away by making a presence. Okay, so it's presence. I thought it was agility. Model can... Well, presence is used in Mörk Boll as the ranged attack set. A model can kick a ball in any direction up to 12 squares away by doing strength. Okay. So, presence for throwing, strength for kicking. In both cases, on the skeleton, they land where they want to do, placing the ball on target square. If it fails, it scatters from the model making. On a fumble, it scatters to If any player... Okay. So, let's roll. It has to be 15 or higher. It is not, so it scatters. If it scatters into no man's land, it's fine. But let me get my D8 out, and 1, 2, 3, 4. It scatters on that side of the field, so let me check about going out of bounds. So the skeleton fails. Recruiting, injuries. Whoops, I went too far. I should really make some bookmarks for this. Do-do-do. Pick off. If the ball scatters into no man's land, the play goes on. Okay, I'm going to say this is out of bounds, so let me look up the rule for out of bounds. Out of play. If it goes out of play, the player who did not cause it to go out of play, i.e. the one who did not throw or kick it, picks a spot anywhere on the pitch and scatters the ball as above. Okay, so I'm going to say I could be on anywhere on my field, so I'm going to put it right here. And now we're going to scatter it as normal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to move D4. So it is going to move 2 this way. Okay, there it is. And now we actually get to begin. So my first action, you get to move. Okay, you have an agility of 2, so you can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, I'm going to move you right onto the ball. Okay, as she picks up the ball, as that's a free action. I guess we can also double move. So, picked up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move right here next to the ref to use the ref as shielding because they have to get through it. And the next turn, I could go on ahead. So, bring the ball up here. Actually, no. That's a bad idea. So, move her up here. She picks up the ball. And these guys can only move like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, going to move over here, the second move action, to have them screen. Okay, so now we move on to the AI automation. Who has the ball? One of my bowlers. Is the baller closer to to their scoring zone than any? No. Select to the ball, nearest to the baller with the ball and move them towards a 5 square. If they end up adjacent, they attack your bowler. So, one, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it said if they get adjacent to Nearest your bowler. I'm going to say that they do attack bowlers that they're adjacent to. 50-50. So, attacking that one, and let's see. So, they get to make an attack action, and as a reaction, we get to make either a dodge action, an attack action to basically counter, or a field strip, which means we could take the ball off them. But I don't believe we get to do that. Oh, there's no point in doing that one. Let's go back to combat. That was up here. That scrolls. I passed it, didn't I? There we go. So, as I said, dodge and attack. So, Skillet has a strength of 2 and an agility of 0. So he's going to be making a counter attack. So first, Skeleton makes an attack and does not pass. Skillet passes, so he gets to do damage with his bat, and the bat is a D6 plus strength. So that is 4. I don't know if they have armor. Let me check that real quick. I'll say it's a really good decision not to give them any stats, because I can go fast on figuring out what the heck is going on without referencing anything. So they have no weapons and no toughness and no armor. Okay, so I deal 4 damage to Cadaver. So Cadaver is down to, or 4. Cadaver is down to 8 health. We'll make that red. Okay, back to my turn. Now then, well, he can't move out of engagement. Let me double check the engagement rules. Can he move within engagement? If he can move within engagement, I should be able to, like, you know... Okay, they have to break engagement. So I'm going to say Skillet is going to just make an attack. And the undead, when attacked, will always react with an attack. Unless they have the ball, in which case they will dodge. Skillet fails to hit. And they hit. So that is a D6. Coming at Skillet, reduced by 2, so that's 3 damage to him. Down to 9 health. Nine out of 11. Okay, and we activate our next one. I'm going to say this one's close enough. So this one moves 5 down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I don't think can move diagonal, so I'll say that's good enough. And then he makes an attack on Skillet. And he fumbles it. Let me take a look at what a fumble does. They drop their weapon. On a fumble, they drop their weapon. No weapons. Either way. 12, he gets, Skillet gets to hit this one. Dealing 5 damage. So, Dredge takes 5 damage. Necromancer is not going to be happy about this. It's more work. So here's the question. Okay, I'm going to move him up. I'm going to try to break on through. Got to give some movement around here, so can't have these guys clogging it up and pushing it in our direction. So Pink has 7 movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He can stop there. Now, do I want to have him move even more? Not sure. Either way, this is the next one to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he'll have his pick of what things to hit. Oh, there we go. Now we have the right layer. Okay, 50-50 if he attacks Pink or Red Skull. Ooh, Pink. So, what are you? Bones? Bones misses. And Pink is going to attack back. 19. Pink has just punching. And I think Punch has plus strength. Let me just double check that. Fist. Yep, has strength, so he gets to do... Sorry. So he gets to do 3. The Bones is down to 5. Okay, next one up. So I can only move our last guy. And as I said before, he's going to move up. And pick up that flail, because he's going to use that flail. Eater of Face. I just noticed I accidentally moved something, and now everything's messed up. Well, we'll live. Oh, that's on its own layer. Okay, that's why it happened. There we go. Okay, so over the notes section. Going to give Eater of Faces a flail. That should be a 12 for 14. There we go. And... oh, I never activated Red Skull. That's why he's still there. So, Alabaster. He gets to move 1, 2, 3... was... yeah, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And ends up down here. Guess the screening didn't work as well as expected. I probably should move him here. Either way. There's gaps. Okay, who do you attack? Do you attack the guy in heavy armor? Yes, you do. 7 misses, and we'll attack back with a flail. So, we get our yellow card for Eater of Faces. Our tactical yellow card. And flail stats are... flail is a D8. It's cruel, so it always does damage, and criticals cause a days. So 3 plus 3, I think it was. So that's 6 damage. Alabaster is down to 8 health. Or down from 8 health to 2 health. Not going well for the skeletons. Okay, Red Skull. Who are you? Bones, you have 5 health. I think you're Cadaver. Cadaver has 4 health. Dredge is over there. So Red Skull is going to attack Cadaver, who's going to attack back. 15, so that's a success. Versus 11, which is not a success. So Red Skull, does Red Skull have anything? He has light armor, so either way, so get to do 3 damage, bringing Cadaver down to 1 health. And then we have Eggshell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he gets to gain up on Skillet. And that's a hit at 16. And that's a hit at 18. So Skillet attacks back, dealing 6 damage. 5 plus 3, and down goes Alabaster. Or Eggshell. Poor play there. So let us just get Eggshell. And get rotated. Oh, that's why. Get rotated. And onto next play. So this is round 2. So if I run her up, she's going to start to get mobbed by everyone. This side's a little empty. So maybe we want to down a few things, but she's going to get hit. So we can double move. So 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could do that actually. So I think we will. We take her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost get all the way down here. Take the ball with us. Okay. And the next would be this one, which can't move out of engagement. So since it can't move, it will attack somebody. And once again, even odd. Odd, so attacking Red Skull. Actually, let me double check. Okay, did it activate them? Is the baller closer to... Is your baller closer to the... Yes. Target your baller, activate the nearest model to the baller. They move towards your baller. They make it... Okay, I don't know what... There's much of... Oh. Either way. Okay. It seems like it's pretty much the same rules, but... Okay, so... Breaking engagement. It's a free action. And... On access... An engaged model that wishes to move must first make an agility or strength test. Player's choice is a free action. On success, they break free of engagement, can move. If they re-enter a square that is adjacent to, their movement ends. Okay. So, nope, does not break engagement. So they're unable to move, so they make an attack. And now it's going to Red Skull before I did all that. So 12, that's a hit. Red Skull rolls higher. So that's 3 more to Bones. Bones is down to... Whoops. Bones is down to 1. Okay. Cadaver's at 1. Bones is at 1. I say we start cleaning them up. So Skillet is going to attack Cadaver. Oh, he misses. But, however, Cadaver critically fails, so nothing happens. Well, Cadaver tries to move. Let's see if he can get out of this. He cannot, so he attacks Skillet. And that's a natural 20. And Skillet fails and drops his Skillet. So, incoming double damage to our guy. That is a 6. Oh, wait, no, wait. It was maximized damage, so it was always going to be 6. So, 6 plus that, minus 2. Our chef has dropped his Skillet. And is down to 3. Tough times. And that was on his attack. So, okay, we go back. It's on to him. Can he break engagement? No. So is he attacking pink or red? Red. That's a 10. That's a miss. And that is a hit, because he has enough stats to do it. So that's 3 damage to Bones. Bones goes down. There we go. Now we're selecting Bones. I think Bones is technically dead. Let me double check this. I mean, they're undead, so it's not like it makes much of a difference, but... Let me look up the damage. Damage. You successfully hit a weapon roll. That reduce... Critical hits cause mech damage. What counts as dead? Okay. When they hit 0 HP with them down, when they are dead. To engage for surviving? Okay. Not that it makes much of a difference for the Necromancer. That's what happened. So bones, so it's back to our side. He's moved. They've moved. So I think it's Pinky, which is of that. So going to make an attack on against Alabaster. That's a 19. Can you beat a 19? 15? Nope. So that is Pinky just has fists. So Alabaster is downed. I think this might be a rout. I have a feeling these rules weren't tested too much. Actually, they're technically dead. But I mean, technically this is, you know, Mörk Boll, so... Whoops, that's not... Okay, so we select the right thing. And 180. Alright, I think our Face Ripper, or Face Eater... First off, let's get rid of this. He has picked up the flail. He's not going to use the flail at the moment. But Eater of Faces is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. And try to smack this guy. So 11, Eater of Faces is +3, so that hits. 15. I think the skeleton actually hits more, so 4 damage plus 0 is coming in at him. So he has medium armor. Is 10 health. Either Faces has taken 3 damage. So he's down to 7. Okay. And then the dead model moves, and we're on to round 3. Whoops. So we move the ball into the end zone, away from Scully, because... Yeah, they can't make attacks, so they're not engaged. It's not really awesome. We move into the end zone, and we score a point. One. Point. Okay, how does this reset? That is the question. And we basically murdered the other team. So look at score. When a team scores, the current play ends and should be reset up as per page 35. Player scores become the kicking player. Additionally, after a score, do the following: make apothecary test for all dead ball, or for all down dead ballers. Re-roll the ball. Okay, so this model stays activated, but we move everybody back. Bones go back up, like about here, I think. Because the Necromancer can, like, just revive everyone, I think, is their gimmick. But the difference is that we've made our score. We're kicking the ball. And reroll. So she's our main kick. Actually, no. Hello! Welcome to Mörk Boll. where I have just scored one single point. Yep, let me just give a rundown of my team, which I rolled up earlier. So far, nothing has really come into effect for like flaws and other things, but so my team is Pink. Pink Smith. He's just a normal dude. He can't kick worth anything, and he gives bonuses to rolls if you're next to him. Then we have left hand Erica 666, who takes that number. She's easily distracted, and she can magically teleport to strip the ball from someone. Then we have the Eater of Faces, which is afraid of authority and also can strip the ball. He comes in with a club and all that. We have Red Skull. We don't ask his politics. And he's afraid of the rain, but otherwise he's unaffected by anything. Then we have... What layer is that? I think I accidentally moved. We have 7 Skillet, which is number 16. Let's actually put that in the right layer. He is actually a Batman, but I moved that off to be a Cookman because he's Skillet. So he can smack the ball around with his skillet like it's baseball. Came in with medium armor. He can't kick worth anything. And, oh, I didn't actually roll his... Let's do that real quick. Let's give him his feet. It's a 6. Okay, there's our feet. It's a 6. He's an unlikely hero. If bowler, when the team recruits a random, that random player gets a bonus feat. Okay. So he makes people better when they come in. Unlikely. And I gave them all whiskey in case they need to like do some terrible things, as it would happen in there. So anyways, Face Eater is kicking because he's the only one that has the strength to kick. Oh wait, no, I have to re-roll the bowl. So we hand the bowl over. Score. Let me just double check this. Oh, Apothecary I should probably do first. The cheat with the Skeletons, the Necromancer, is that he always passes Apothecary. At the end of each play, half score, they make a 5. On a fumble, they are dead and lost forever. If mid-game, they are replaced by an idiot. On a success, they join. Okay. So, basically, everybody gets back up. Dead players make a 6 because the Apothecaries are the best for Mörk Boll. They get an injury, but... Okay. So, we only have one dead player. They succeed and they get a random injury. First off, let's see how much HP they get for our Alabaster. He gets 2 HP. Two, and he gains an injury. What is that injury? Let's take a look. It's a D10. Okay, let's roll that. 1. Dislocation, -1 agility. So he moves a little slower until they replace him. Bones is all right. Cadaver is all right. Eggshell had dropped. Oh wait, no. Bones had dropped. Bones also died. My bad. So, 4 HP. Better than what Alabaster got. And what is your injury? Actually, let me double check. Maybe they don't get injuries. That makes sense. Playing solo. If at any point under... Okay, I should also double check. Yeah, they always pass. They never commit falls. Okay, they always pass. They still get injuries. Okay. So let me just double check. 'Cause I want to see when a play ends. Oh, okay. So the play is over. So we go over to the next thing. But anyways, let me get all these guys back up. So he does also get an injury. Let's roll that. 2. What is that injury? Nope, nice. Matt, I went too far. Also a dislocation. So we got 2 skeletons that can't move as far. Okay. Eggshell was dropped, so he just gains 3 HP. Okay. Everyone. Wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get up. Nothing too gruesome. Though I think, as I said, the rules are here, but I'm not sure if they're that well versed. Eggshell was just down because they managed to get the perfect amount to down him. So minus 90, get back up. And it is round 4 actually, because we scored on round 3. So they get basically 1 turn to return the ball. I don't think that's going to happen. So anyways. Move the ball down here. We, oh, I think we reroll the ball. Because right now it's a very heavy ball, so, okay, reroll the bowl type. Okay, where is the ball thing? This could end horribly. So this was a very heavy ball. Everybody complained about it, so now we are replacing the very heavy ball with a standard issue bowl. That's fine. So anyways, we make our string. I want to go back here. So I just need to pass a 12. 15. Ball goes back there. Okay, and first step is we want to tar pit everybody, so let's get our blocker up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good enough. And then we'll make an attack diagonally. Boop. We'll attack, who are you? Dredge. So attacking. 7. 2. Nothing happens. Okay, we move on to this thing, and he's going to move towards the ball. I believe that's how it's supposed to go. Who has the ball? One ear ball. Activating and bowling. Nobody has the ball. Am I missing something, or is this something about the... Yeah, let me double check something. Kick. Maybe I screwed up something on the kick. Oh, also I have to re-roll for weather. 5 plus 7. Angry called. One baller on each team starts with the bleeding state. I don't think skeletons can bleed. And all our guys have bandages, so we patch them up right away. So who's that going to be? 2. Good thing I brought bandages. That was just on a lark. So Eater of Faces was bleeding, but he put a bandage on it. Everything's good. Skeletons, they tried to like knife him up, but nothing really happened, and they kind of gave up. But anyways, back to me, double checking to see if like they move somebody onto the ball on a kick off. Kickoff. The target square must be on a... Okay. So I'm going to say they kind of missed something on this flow chart. And since there is no... I'm going to say it as one of our team has the bowlers. Is the bar closer to... Blank? Okay, so they move 5 squares. I guess it makes sense that skeletons don't double move, but... Okay, back to it. So he has to make a presence check to try and move. And he makes it, so he's able to happily move 5 squares. Make sure I'm on the right layer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do you have to be standing on the ball to pick it up? Let me double check that. Actions. Pick up the ball. A model on the same square as any loose ball can pick it up without making a roll of any kind. So he hasn't picked it up yet. Okay. Let's try and tar pit these two. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good enough. We'll attack Bone or Alabaster because he has 2. Let's make that roll. That's a miss. Alabaster, what do? You fumble on that, but you don't drop your weapon. Okay. So these two, the further away one decides to move up towards the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, my turn. That one's tar pitted, but we'll get to move again. So she's going to go up and try and smack that one, knock it down. He has 7 move, so she can definitely do that. 6 doesn't hit. They hit, though, and that's a 6. So 3 damage. They have light armor. So 2. That might have been a bad idea. Okay, so he moved. Or he moved. Now he moves. Can he get out of the tar pit? Yes. But I think the rule is that they have to make another roll to keep going out of if they're still in people's zones. Break engagement. Let's make a first Strength as a free action. On a success, they break out engagement. If they re-enter square, their movement ends. If they use this action to move a second time, they may retake the break engagement. They don't make a second action, but they attack. So who are they attacking? Okay, the person that attacked them. They rolled a 15. 3. Oh, this is bad. 2. Down to 1 HP. That was a bad action to move up there. We almost downed one of our players. Okay. So, on to our next one. So, I think our cook is going to... Actually, can you make it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's close enough. I think that's as far as you get, because you have... Oh, Sven doesn't move that far. However, this guy can make it. Red Skull. Go up there and smack them. 12, that hits. 5, that doesn't hit, so... Red Skull doesn't have anything on him, so that's 3 damage because he has +2 to strength. And that is Eggshell, and Eggshell is downed. There we go. Sometimes I click the wrong thing. Okay, you're downed. So back to this. I'm going to play intelligently and say the one that can move tries to move. So in the most direct route, he manages to move up 1 space. And then make attack against Pinky. Hit. Miss. So Mr. Pink is taking 4 damage because 1 reduced. So down to 6. Six out of 5. 6 out of 10. Not great. And that leaves Sven to move. I don't think we need to, but I should also check to see... how the ref is supposed to move. I don't think the ref does much. It's not going to matter for this, but I just want to be sure next time. Because ref was in the middle of everything last time anyways. Ref. Towards the ball and ends activation. So he'd move 2d6 up this way. 4. 1, 2... 3, 4, and then this ends, and then we're on to round 5, and after this it's going to be halftime. So, player gets to go first. Now, can you make it up there, Eater of Faces? No, you can't, because you move like 3. Red Skull. Can you move up there? I think you have agility. Yeah, you can move 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're going to smack Skeleton. 15 versus 10. So that skeleton is smacked, and that skeleton is Cadaver. Cadaver is downed. This, I still say this feels like cakewalk until I actually start taking hits. Because I've been kind of lucky so far. Well, Cadaver's dead. Well, I mean, yeah, but he's dead as, like, we'll have to roll something different. And as stated, even dead models activate. So the first one is this trying to move over, so it can't move over because it's dead. So back to our turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we might be able to take that down. Actually. Oh, this is devious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, pick up the ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can't pass it over. Yeah, let's just take hits. This character is too important, so I'm going to try to disengage. Can't disengage. Not going to attack that. So then moving on to the next thing, which would be this one moving over and picking it up. Ball get. Then back over here. 1, 2, 3. I don't know about that. I think I'm going to go with you trying to smack this one down because I don't want my kicker hurt, or my passer hurt. So that's a 9 plus 2 that doesn't hit, but they attack back. That's a 19 that does hit. And that does 1 damage because of cruelty on that. So Pink Smith is down to half health. Okay, so next we go over to this, and now that we have the ball, their entire thing works differently. We have the ball. Is the ball nearer your scoring zone than the other ballers? Yes. Activate. They move towards your scoring. If they ended... Okay, okay. Okay, I think that the... Okay, I think I was missing a rule before. Because there was weird things of activating other undead ballers. But I guess the Necromancer cheats. So... Okay, they could second move. Okay, it's... I'll have to reread their section on defense, but as it stands, they're just going to attack a random thing now. I'm going to say the closest to the ball. So, 3, Pinky. Oh, that's a critical. Can you critical? Nope. So, 6 damage coming in at Pinky. And Pinky is dead. Oh, no. We already activated Pinky. The only one that we haven't activated is Sven. And he can move like 1, 2, 3. And then like 1, 2, 3. Too late. Now, he activates Alabaster. And he will move over here and make an attack. That does not hit. She will make an attack, because why not? 13. Comes in, punches Alabaster. Downs Alabaster and kills him. And with that, the round is over. So, first off, move the angriest of refs back to their starting area. And then we're going to reset all these, and then we're going to start doing the rolls, because we have a dead character, but the apothecaries are really good here. Questionably, if really good. And we might get a cat onto the field, because our mascot is a mangy cat. And that will be interesting, because the cat doesn't get cards against it, but the cat also has claws. Okay, move our guy back. And we're going to be receiving a kick this time. But first, let's see how screwed up the other team gets after this. So I think this is like when the real game starts, because we're having... Their guys get back up. Ours don't. Or may not. Their guys always get back up. They can turn any minor. We have the best, though. They say we have the best ones. They can even get a guy back up from the dead. So anyways, let's start with this. What injury do you have? Oh, wait, that should be a 10, not a D8. 7. Whoop, I always go past it. Okay, 7. Concussion, -2 presence. So Alabaster, he has a skull fracture. And how much health does he get? 3. Oh, that's on the wrong layer. Mistakes were made. There we go. Okay, delete that, and he has 3 health this time. Okay, Alabaster, get back up. That said, we're going to put a crack on your skull. Welcome back to the land of the unliving. Bones, you're fine. Cadaver, you're, Actually, was there any healing else? I might be missing this as a rule. Downed models. Yeah, only down and dead. Somehow they can even patch people up with missing heads. Okay, Cadaver. 2. That's a dislocation. -1 agility. And how much health do you get back? Whoops. 4. Okay. Dredge, you're fine. Or... yeah. Okay. Eggshell. 1 HP. Living up to your name. There we go. -90. Now, we have a dead character. Dead characters make a DR6 test. On a fail, they are lost forever and replaced by a random idiot. So, Pinky. You have a toughness of 2. And we make it. Okay, so what does that mean? On the success, they rejoin the team with 1d4 health and an injury. So 1 health, so Pinky is not doing his job anymore. And his injury is 7. I think we rolled that before, and that's a cracked skull. Concussion, -2 presence. I don't have room. Let's put that as like 12 font, 14 font. So B is not going to be getting by anyone anytime soon. So anyways, they're kicking. So once again, with kicking, I want to put... Oh, what? Halftime, there's more stuff going on, but first, let me get this up. So I want to be about here. Get back up. Pinky is not doing a lot, so I think Pinky's going to hang back here. And these three can just stay on the line of scrimmage. Also, I can, since he has a yellow card, and the angriest ref will be aggro against all enemies, I could do something funny at the last bit, because the angriest ref carries in a great axe that deals 1d12 damage. So anyways, we are in halftime. So this is round 6. What does halftime do for us? Oh, we already did the pitch invasion. Okay, what else happens in halftime? Yeah, we got the new ball. Okay, I think we're good to go. So, this guy kicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 into the end zone, I guess. Actually makes it. So the ball goes all the way back there. It was not fumbled this time, which has happened every other kickoff. And we go first. So first thing first. Activate her. Go down, pick up the ball. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Move up here. Let's get behind the line, and then we can do some silly stuff. 1, 2, 3. Get up here. Okay, then they activate this guy. So first things first. Cadaver will move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Towards the person with the ball. Now let's reread this thing, because I might have messed something up, because there was some weird... It looked like double activation, but that might just be a thing. Is your baller closer to the Dawnbringers? No. Select nearest to your baller, move 5. If they end up adjacent, they attack your baller. It's already been activated this turn. Randomly pick... Oh, it doesn't activate them. Interesting. So, if we aren't on their field yet, they get to move. They get free moves. Okay. They get free moves and attacks. Okay, so they are very deadly. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so who are you attacking? That's probably why they feel so kind of limp. Okay, you miss and you attack back. You miss, so nothing happens. So now I pick the... Now they get a free movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they also get a free attack. That misses. That hits. And that's a club. That's 4. Dreg. Dreg is dead. Okay, that's what I was missing, because I found that a bit weird. I thought I was reading it wrong, but I wasn't reading it wrong. Because that would mean that they could double activate things, but no. So this is activated, this has not activated, but they're dead now. So it's our turn. Okay. Sven, take a swing at that other one. That misses. They attack back. Sven is hit for 2, but it's cruel, so they take 1 anyways. Sven is down to 2. Or 7 is down to 2 HP. It's looking a little grim. Okay. This one activates because it's the closest, but it can't move, so now this one gets to move. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they attack him. 17 hits. Attack back. 9 misses. 17 hits. I think dodge you can just like you don't have to beat them, but I like to hit back. And it is also face eater. So you're coming in with 3 damage. Face Eater tanks 2 of that, so down to 6. Okay, my turn. Red Skull is going to attack that one to try and clear up that side of the board. Hits. They attack back and they attack better. That's 3 damage coming in at Red Skull. Red Skull tanks 1 of that, so it's down to 8 damage. Or 8 health. Okay, so we go on to this. This is the closest one. They have not activated yet. However, they don't get to move that far, make the presence, and that's a crit fail. So they sit there and they attack Face Eater, 14 versus 4. Face Eater takes 1 damage. Face Eater isn't looking so great. Face Eater at 5 HP. Okay, Face Eater hasn't gone yet. He can't move again. Let me just take a look at something, because I could tackle him. Let's see what prone does. Knocked over. They can move. Before they can move. Tackle. Tackle will knock off a bunch of agility. Actually, technically. Wait, Bones? Bones, you can't move that far. See? You can't move that far. Neither can a Cadaver. Bones, you're up here. So... Oh, because they get to attack back. Well, I'm going to make an attack anyways. I succeed. They succeed better. They deal 6 damage, so 5, to Eater of Faces. Eater of Faces is downed. And that was a mistake. How Blood Bowl? Okay. He's not dead, he's only downed. So he gets to turn this way. Well, that's a thing. Now then, we activate one of these guys. I'll think him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I think was it closest? Let me double check this. Pick a random. I say I pick the next closest that hasn't activated, because pick random just gets a little weird. What? There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's left to activate on my side? Pink. Screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now this is the last one of the round. No, we want him. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has to make an attack. And that's a 20. Let me check on dodge, because I think that's fully negated. You don't even like compare against it. Like dodge reaction. Nope, it still has to be greater success. And then you get to move one square away, so I guess I'd be doing an attack too. 1, critically fail. Pinky takes 6 damage to the face. And is dead. Again. I think we're finding why the undead team can actually stand up against her. I was thinking it was a little weak, but no. No, the fact they can split up moves weirdly really makes them all that. Okay, and that's the end of this round. I think at the end of plays, apothecaries... oh no, at the end of the play. Not the end of the round. Okay, so we're on to round 6. Or round 7. Okay. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, Erica's a... Yeah, Erica can do that. Actually, let me double check. Let me see if I can move through players. For the most part, it hasn't been a problem. But let me just double check this. Throw or kick the ball, pick up the item, strip a ball. Move. You know, I'm going to say you can't move through your own characters because they don't specifically say that rule. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Doesn't matter. So Erica gets all the way up there. We score a second point. I begin to think this game a bit unbalanced. Because engagement was starting next to a character. So the thing would be to try and, like, get down here and, like, tarball it. Oh no, I'd have to move over him. Let me see if there's rules about downed models. Movement. Okay, let's go with that. Page 24. Models can move any direction. All squares. If a model is adjacent to a opposed team, they are considered engaged. An engaged model. Yeah, they don't actually say anything about like blocking movement, but I would think that everything does. Model can move in any direction combination up to maximum movement. All squares are adjacent. Okay, I'm going to go with like down models, because if I'm going with any model block set, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Almost there. Or I can move 1, 2. This is a new play, so everybody gets to move. They're not engaged. So I think the play is move Red Skull. 1, 2, right here. Red Skull, what's your health looking like? Yeah, go ahead, make an attack. 13 versus 1. So Red Skull punches Bones. I think that's Bones. That's Bones. For 3 damage. Down to this. Down to 1. Okay. So who's the closest? I think you're the closest, so you have to make activation. You do not make it, so you make an attack against 7. And he attacks back. He does not do that. Coming in with 5 damage. Minus 2. And 7 is downed. Oh boy. He is not dead, but he is downed. So no injury. Okay, but that means I get to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost to the end zone. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, no. I miscount. Let me... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Nope. That goes in and that scores. So we'll move you all the way back to where I'm planning to put you. And that's now 2 points. Helps if I have that turned off. 2 points. Technically we have 3 because we have a fall. That also increments the round, because the play has ended. We no longer have the heavy ball. We had the normal ball. We get to roll again. But anyways, once again, we get to go back to this fun step of move everybody back and then roll for injuries, which we've been taking more on our team. Things are starting to look a bit grim. They did more damage that round than we did to them. I'm beginning to think being hyper-aggressive isn't always the best. So first off, the Necromancer, you puts them back together. Okay, Alabaster's fine, Bones is fine, Cadaver's fine. Dredge, what do you get? Oh, that's a 10. There's an 8. 5. I haven't rolled that one yet, so I don't know it. Five. Tennis elbow, -1 to throw tests. Cadaver gets -1. And Cadaver gets how much health? 3. Oh, helps if I undo that. The font size is switched. Pray do not switch it further. Oh no, that was Dredge. Cadaver's fine. Dredge is the one that died. Actually, he went back up to 3. He keeps rolling the same thing. Anyway, throwing isn't going to matter if they can't get to the ball. Are you on the wrong layer? Yeah, you're on the wrong layer. What the heck is going on here? Okay, so cut that. Go to this layer. Paste that. And then move it down here. Thank you. Okay. Pink has died again. He has to make a 6. He makes it. What does he get? 8. Or no. Oh, that's a 10. Sorry, wrong die. 9. Missing eye. -1 to agility. Oh. That's actually important. I can come in here at like 12. There we go. Also, presence of 0. Oh no, presence of negative. Ooh. Ooh. Sure. Pink is not doing well. Eater of Faces. Oh, he fails that. I think he fails that. It might be lesser than... what's his toughness? He has to beat 5. Eater of Faces toughness is... Yep, he makes it. Okay, he manages to get back up. 2 HP. -90. Okay, Eater of Faces gets back up. How's our star baller doing? Can he make it? He makes it, and he comes back up with 3 HP. You know, I was kind of worried that there'd be no scoring going on, but the field is short enough. If you got somebody with a basic +2, they can run to the other side easily. It's kind of put against the skeletons, but the skeletons get back up. Okay, he's back up. Okay. You know, I'm going to try a little bit of left side offense. So he can go over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So if I can get the ball and terrible things don't happen, we can do this. Yep, okay, so they make the kick. They succeed the kick, so they put it back as far back as they want. And they put it all the way back here. So as per usual. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I do a handoff. Okay. Oh, he can only move... Oh, well, I screwed... Well, actually, it's fine. Okay. So, one of these two, which one is it? 2. Do you have enough agility? No, Bones doesn't have enough agility. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, no, he has enough. Makes an attack. Misses. And he makes a dodge because he gets 1 movement. And he has +1 agility. He doesn't make it. So he stays still. And then the rule states that the next automata goes... No, if you end up... Jason... Random one. So I would be this one. He also has 4 agility. Whoops. There we go. Now we go back to move. Look at... Moves down here. And he makes an attack. It's a 2. I will try and make a dodge. It's a 10. Doesn't make it as well. Now back to our turn. So... he has absolutely no presence. But I'll try to make it. I make it because I rolled high enough. Oh, wait, actually. Presence -4. He can't do that. He's stuck there. He could try and throw the ball over. He could kick the ball. Okay, I'm going to try something very silly. I am going to try and kick the ball. Let me look up the rules. Kick. Well, I could try moving again. If I could try moving again and make it, I can at least move over and hand the ball off to him. Okay. I can make a move. And I'm going to just hand the ball off to him. So now he has the ball. Okay, back to the automata. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he gets to walk up and smack. Or is it something different if they had the ball? Nope. Okay. 17. I'll make a dodge, which is 18. So he makes it. And he will move 1 back to free himself up. He doesn't have a lot of movement, but the goal right now is to get it to Red Skull. And then have Red Skull just run all the way across. So, we're going to have... him move over to and try to smack this one so that he can activate without it doing that. So, smackety smack. That's a 10 plus, I think, 3. Yeah. 10 plus 2. Actually, that still makes it. Skeleton attacks back. Does not make it. Sven hits with his bat. That's a 4 plus 2. That's a dead skeleton. Dredge, you're taking... or Cadaver, you're down. Okay, so... okay, so that would mean that... oh, wait. This guy's up next. I didn't flip him up. He gets to move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he does tie him up, sadly. Or, no, Red Skull is tied up. So, 50-50, who are you attacking? 1, so you're attacking Sven. Or, 7. That's a 17 versus 5, so you hit. And that's 6. And our Skillet Master is down. By down, I mean dead. Okay, that's back to us. So, I'll face... Eater of Faces has a -2 on movement. However, we're going to block something up. So, these two have activation. He has activation. And I think that this has activation still. So I think the play is to move up here. Or is to move again and then try and screen him with Red Skull. And then like I can hand off on the next phase. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so he moves. This guy activates. Ah. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then he makes an attack. 4 doesn't hit. I will have him dodge. Or no, I'll have him attack back. It doesn't matter. Okay, nothing happens. So now Red Skull will try to make a move. And he doesn't beat the presence, so I think he'll try and make an attack. 19 versus 20. So maximize damage against Red Skull. Light armor. He takes 7, or takes 5, so down to 3. I may not have any characters by the time this is done. I have a feeling. Okay, so that was a waste. Now we get to move... Oh wait, no, I forgot about the other activation. I'll go with that, but they get their other one, which is pretty much this guy tries to move over. Do you have the presence thing? Are you Cadaver or Dredge? You're Dredge. Dredge has the throw thing. So Dredge would be moving. He has to make the presence thing. Oh no, he would have had to make the presence thing, and he... Well, either way, he moves. This might have not been the good idea. Eight, and he'll try to make a dodge. He dodges, so... Out of the way, down here. Okay. So now it's this guy, because he never properly activated. I think he'll take this path because it's faster. So Alabaster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he kind of disappears in that square, but he's fine. And then we activate somebody that hasn't been activated yet. Was that it? Okay, we pick a random one, so it's one of these two. 2, so this one. He moves down, eggshell, and he makes an attack. 5, I think I'll attack back. 17, punch, because eggshell has like... I didn't roll health for eggshell. What was eggshell's health? 3. So he's down again, as per eggshell. Okay. So the play is... Somebody had moved on there. I 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to make an attack against this one. I miss. He attacks back. He misses, so nothing happened. There's one more that would have moved, but I think I missed them. Activation. So I'm just going to say he gets to activate again. Because I go first. So he's going to... Well, no, he doesn't move. He makes the attack. It misses, and he's going to attack back. That hits. That's 3 damage to Dredge. And Dredge goes down. Okay, this is the best case scenario. Where basically we've just, you know, tabled their team. Which is fine. And then we'll activate somebody else, which is closer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, going this way is faster. 1, 2, what? Well, first off, he has to make the presence check. He makes it, so he moves. Bones can only move 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, he moved an engagement, so he stops his move. He makes his attack, and I think she's going to attack back. Wait, no, he doesn't have the strength for that. Yeah, she's going to dodge. And he whiffed it, so she dodges, and she will move 1 away. So over here. Okay, end of that round. We're on to round... After that mess, we're on to round 9. Okay. So my plan is... 1... Actually, could I do? 1, 2, 3... 1, 2... So I go up, I hand the ball off to him, and then I punch him. And if all goes well, he goes down. 1, 2, 3. Hand the ball off to him. And then I punch Alabaster. Which hits. Alabaster, what's your reaction? Doesn't. And you have a club, don't you? Or are you just punching? Eater of Faces has a club, so that's a d6. That's a 2 plus 2. Alabaster is that. Alabaster is dead. Well, you know what I mean. Okay, Alabaster. Okay, there we go. So then we go on to the thing. We activate... I'm going to say we activate like models that are still up first. Because otherwise it'd be silly and we just don't do anything as I walk down there. So he activates. And he moves 4 over and he takes a swing at Pinky. Which misses. Pinky will swing back. Gets a 10. He doesn't make it because he... No, does he still have... He still has 2 strengths, so he makes it. And so that's 3 at Bones, which takes him down. We have tabled them. Okay. Red Skull has agility of 2, so he can make 7 in a round and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, and gets next to Scully and makes the touchdown. Which puts us into the final round. But did we survive? First, let's get everybody back and then start the rolls to see how poorly the skeletons are doing, which does not matter. I will repeat, the skeletons doing poorly do not matter. Because they can get back up. I do think it's kind of fun that the skeletons get all destroyed during the game. It was... I think it might have been unintended, but it's what they do. These are down, so they just... they get back up. So let's stand you back up and put your health up to 4. Dredge gets 4. And Eggshell, what do you get? 3. Oh wait, one thing also. Skelly was supposed to be in our end zone. Because the trick is, he always catches the ball. Okay. I mean, technically I could have been killing the mascot, but it's funnier this way. Actually, I think maybe he might not even be able to die. That'd be hilarious. Okay. That almost did well. I almost played football there. But anyways, let's go back to rolling. 4. I don't know what that one is. So go to the all the way to the bottom of this. Four is instability, -3 to tackle checks. He won't be tackling anyone, so it doesn't matter. Okay. And your HP is 8. So 4. I roll the d8 and just, you know, modulus it. Okay, what injury do you get, Mr. Bones? I think that's another dislocation, so that's like -1 to agility. Ooh. Mr. Bones' wild ride isn't going too fast anymore. And technically, I think he didn't include them taking injuries. But I am. And he just says everything moves 5. I'm just having them move what they would move. So, Bones has 1 HP again. 8. I'm thinking my dice are rigged because I rolled that before. Winded, -1 HP. Cadaver got back up and fell down in a pile of bones. I think the Necromancer is a bit confused on that one. But, got back up for a second and then fell over. Everybody's a bit confused. The Necromancer just shrugs. Now we're on to our team. We're 7. Can he get back up? Oh, he rolled a 3. But he has 3 toughness, so he manages to get back up with 4 HP. Oh, that was almost terrible. What injury does he get, though? Five. Tennis elbow, -1 to throw tests. I won't even bother because he's not going to be throwing. Okay, so we're going to be kicking this round. So we need the person with the most strength to kick it. So that's Ven. He can go right here. He'll kick it this time. And then we need to just do as much, tar pit him as much as possible. I think we might even go with like tackles or not even, we'll just get up to them because we just have to keep them from going out. We don't want anybody to die. So we're just going to rush across the field. Okay. So Sven kicks it. And it's a fumble. So what direction? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's over here, so they get to pick and put it in. They're going to put it on this one. And then fumble it. And then, or we'll scatter it. So 7, and that moves 4. So that moves 1. It's right here. Okay, so, but we still get to go first. 1, 2, oh, he doesn't move that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then he hands it over and he runs it through. Okay, let's try for that. So she goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reaction picks up the ball. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That seems silly. That seems utterly silly. Let me just take a look at what it said for out of bounds, because that was out of bounds. He fumbled the ball. Out of play rule is 41. How to play. If a ball goes out of play, the player who did not cause it picks a spot on the pitch and then rolls scatter as above. Yeah, I landed on the pitch. Okay, this is perfectly fine. This is silly. This is utterly silly. So he picks up, hands it off over to him, and then we get to have Scully Eggshell try and mess this up. Eggshell moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Right on top of the rapier. Doesn't know how to pick up a rapier. Gets a 20. Red Skull gets a 19. But that does not beat a 20. A natural 20. Well, technically he rolled higher. Let me look at critical hits. It's a critical success. It is a thing higher. Oh no. My plan. 2. So he does 2 damage to Red Skull. Red Skull has 1 HP. I don't think my plan was thought out. Okay. So if he moves over here, he has to end his thing, and he goes 1, 2. No, he's stuck over. That's Tarpid. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sits here. Hands the ball off to him. Now, I think we hide back here behind this, and we might be able to do something, but nope, we couldn't make the amazing play. Couldn't kill him. Actually, wait. No, we have to double move. If we take him out, we could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not enough. Red Skull has -2 to presence. I think Red Skull is just going to take a punch at the skeleton and hope. That's a 6. That's a 2. Nothing happens. Oh wait, we're also supposed to like move another skeleton. Okay. So he would have activated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he would attack her. That would have hit. She would have missed, and then she would have taken 3 damage, causing her to go down. Okay. Then this would activate again, because he hasn't activated yet. And walk down here and take a swing, and I'll take a dodge. 13 versus 20. So he dodges. He moves 1 over. Maybe it's still happening because of the mechanic, because of getting their double move in. If I go diagonal, I could make it up there, but I'm saying I only move orthographic because that's just what I'm going with. So this thing is probably still going to come over and try to hit me. But this is the one that has to move over. So... whoops, we're going to have Face Eater. 1, 2, 3... And then he moves again, so that this is... Yeah, so he can only move around this way, but he doesn't have enough to do it. Okay. So the next one to activate is this one up here, because it's the only one that can activate. Well, I don't need to roll yet. I don't need to roll at all, because he's going to go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to randomize to the next one that wasn't activated. One, 2, 3, 4. Actually, you should only move 4. So up there. Then I'm going to move Red Skull. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and score. And that ends the game. But who died? Did they die? Also, I've been doing this for 3 hours? Jesus Christ. Okay. I did not expect I'd actually go this long on it. I thought maybe I'd tap out halfway through, but I did it. Okay. Does she make it? That's a 9, but she has like -3 toughness. She barely makes it, and she gains back 6 HP. Or, sorry. 2 HP. Where's my D10? There it is. And gets a 9, so what happened? Go to the end of the book. Injuries, say. Missing eye. So she loses 1 presence, which sucks for her, because she's supposed to be present. -1 eye. Whoops. 12. $24 of that. Okay, I think that's a game. So it goes over. Is there anything for end of game? I was able to make that final touchdown. Pick off full time. End the game procedure, page 50. Okay. After 10 rounds, the full-time whistle goes off and the game ends. Earn 5 gold for each point scored. The winning team gets an additional 5 gold. Both players select 1 baller to make person of the match. They may do the following. Improve stat by 1. Remove all injuries. And technically losing an eye is an injury. Reroll a feat or a flaw. Purchase new equipment from ballers. So, I will say that she has done all that. Sorry, I am brain dead. Start of the game, left-handed Erica has gotten her eye back. I don't know how we did that, but we did. Otherwise, this was a game. I think it kind of works. It actually does score higher than I expected. I don't know. They didn't clarify, because technically you should be moving stuff around, I guess maybe by actually measuring and then putting it into squares so you can move diagonal, maybe, kind of, sort of. I'm unsure. They didn't clarify that, and I went with just orthogonal. So, let's put our characters where they came from. So, Eater of Faces. And she's supposed to get a stat up by 1, and I think I will increase her presence. Boop. Text 4. I mean, I'm pretty sure this was based off the Blood Bowl. It's literally the joke of it, because they don't take this seriously at all. But also, It's based off a miniature game. It's based off a miniature game that became, you know, a sports game. So, yeah. So there's a very tongue-in-cheek one, and I didn't actually expect that we'd be scoring so many points. So that's a score of 5 at the end. Zero. We get 1 point because whoever falls the most gets a point. Because they hate ties. There is a league play. Just, you know, it's barely fleshed out. Where, like, your placement in the league is reduced by 1 if you get a tie. If the game is a tie. So there's some shenanigans there. Of like being spiteful and knocking the team you're up against out of like the actual game, because you don't increase your point, you just decrease their points. And I should put blood on the field whenever they got taken out, but yeah. Select that. And the angriest ref, who didn't do much. I was going to try and have Eater of Faces use the flail again, because the gimmick with the angriest ref is that he will just attack any player next to him, or the closest player, regardless if they have a red card or not, and will only become unangry when the red-carded player is dead or down. That means he can cut through the entire enemy team, and since the enemy team is kind of like just march towards the ball, well, I can evade him. Yeah. Yeah. Mörk Boll. It's playable. It's the dumbest thing ever. And I think I'm just going to slightly decorate the field with blood because there was a lot of blood. Mostly in this area. Sure, notes layer. We had somebody here. I know somebody got hurt up here. And then we had a ton of carnage over here. Not a lot up here. But yeah, that was that. Okay, I'll thank you for joining me for that. I don't know what next week will be. Maybe more programming. Maybe I do some more modeling. But for this week, I think this went well enough for the silliest... Okay, let me read the back of the book. The dumbest sports ball game you can play. And is by... You can brand a little better, guys. Da-da-da. I know I have it in my thing. Let me just look it up online again, because I'd like to shout out the silliness. Mörk Boll. Da-da-da. Sorry, I am trying to find. They don't have what their company is called. It's just off the Forbidden Psalm page that I can hit. Oh wait, I can actually get a physical version? Oh, okay, I can actually get it. Well, I have to spend money now to get the physical version of the expansion pack because I'm silly, but yeah, on drive-through they had it. Okay, there we go. Optimisticnil. So now I'm out of like $10, but yeah, it's fine. It happens. Either way, thank you for joining. This has been Mörk Boll, Sportsball at the End of the World, the dumbest game of Sportsball you can play. It's not the worst. It's not as dumb as it makes it sound out to be. It's perfectly reasonable. That said, I do think the kickoff rules could be tweaked, because you fumble the ball, and like I guess it ends up in no man's land, and then like the other team just picks it up and they can walk on over if they have anybody with like 7. Well, I guess they have to stop on the ball. I'll have to double check that. Because yeah, if they have to stop on the ball, then they can't run all the way over, but their second move could do stuff. But yeah, the ability to just get to the other side of the field is real easy from the line of scrimmage. But that said, it's a silly game. I'm glad I finally got to play it. I didn't know there was a solo mode before Thursday, because I just looked it up online. But yeah, other than that, have a good day, and I will see you all next week. Da-da. That said, maybe I might actually do Forbidden Psalm at some point. It doesn't quite have a solo mode, but it should be workable. Anyways, goodbye for now.